All right, Riverbend, Cincinnati. I had to get off my butt and go see the P-Fish one more time before the hiatus. So, I was a little excited there. I wanted to settle in where the lights went down and they started with the cars, trucks, and buses there as the opener. And that was all right. I was looking more for a Wilson or Runaway Jim. They hadn't played that one yet. But cars, trucks, buses is all right. Probably playing that for the traffic jam out on I-74. Then after that came Wolfman's Brother. Can't complain about that. Wolfman's in the 2 slot. Generally when you get a Wolfman's in the 2 slot, it's going to be a pretty hot show. So got the, funky. They're going to settle into a nice groove. And then that ended. They had to talk it over a little bit, and you can hear Mike hit his fight bell, so he's having a good time. And then they do Gotta Jaboo, first song from Farmhouse album. They're going to play some tunes from Farmhouse, but I don't mind Jaboo. I'm a Gotta Jaboo guy. I can get into it. And of course, that's when the rain came, the storm hit during the middle of Jaboo. And so all those people out on the lawn, they were getting wet and they were going wild as the thunder was crashing and the rain kept pouring. And you could see the guys down on the stage. They were trying to look out and see what's going on. Why are they yelling out there? And then CK5 lights up everybody out in the pavilion and they're going, woo! Yeah. And you could hear the band take it up a notch. That's pretty good. That was a good time. And even before they hit the last note of Jaboo, Trey goes right into Mike's song. Boom. He's feeling it. They're going to have a crazy jam here. And it was just, they kept it going. There were a couple times during that jam where it sounded like they were going to stop playing or bring it back to the closing jam, and then he keeps it going a couple more times. They're feeling it. They're having a good time. Although Mike started to look a little cold out there, and it sounded like he had a sore throat, and cold wind was making him shiver. I don't know. Maybe somebody had to give him a scarf or something. Anyway, they didn't do a second jam in Mike's. Instead, they went into Simple, first Simple of the tour. And can't complain about that. Page goes for the McGillities after we got the bebop. We got bebop because we had the band. And he didn't quite get it, but he gets a pass from me on that. And it was pretty mellow jam, quieted out. I heard a lot of people talking and whistling during that as they were getting quiet. And then they went into The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday and Avenue Malcanoe. More Mike in that. It turned out to be kind of a Mike show, He got featured on a lot of stuff there. So Avenue Malcanoe, he sings and has a bass solo on that. Couple old tunes there, couple throwbacks for you. And then boom, right into Weekapaw Groove. Mike tearing it up with the slapping, and Trey just goes off on Weekapaw Groove like he always does, So can't go wrong with the Mike's Weekapaw Groove. And they had to play one more to get off the stage, and so they did While My Guitar Gently Weeps, a repeat from Polaris in the summer. Glad I got to see that one there. Jedi Trey pulling off the Clapton licks. Some people around me saying that that Trey, with his new haircut, is looking like Clapton. I don't really see it, but everybody's going to see their own things. So that was the end of the first set. It was pretty good. I liked it. Really love a Mike's groove in that first set in Jaboo. So then we talk about that second set. Well, just one second here. So the second set, first two starting off, that was a good tune, warming up everybody that was all freezing out on that lawn there. And then that was a good one. And then I thought they were set up for Tweezer. I thought that a Tweezer was definitely coming there because they hadn't played that one yet. But no, Trey goes for Limb by Limb, which I really kind of struck me funny. They played it 2 nights ago at Merriweather Post, and I thought, oh, we're going to do this one again? All right. And it was, can't, Limb by Limb's an all right song. But after that, then they go into Dirt. And then I was like, whoa, it's a little early in the set for a slow tune like Dirt. What's going on, you know? And then, meanwhile, they're out there on the lawn, you know, it's all raining. There's not much dirt out there. It's all mud, you know? Like to live beneath the mud? Not quite, doesn't have quite the same ring to it, you know? So, but then after Dirt was It's Ice. And at this point, I was ready to pack it in, you know, shut it down, head back to the car, and saying, you know, not having a good time here, guys. You got to play some more songs that I'm into, a few more jammers. But actually, they turned It's Ice into a jam. I was hard to believe it. It was very cool. Sounded like one of those drawn-out jams from the late nights at a Big Cypress. There, you know. I've been listening to my CD-ROMs of Big Cypress here. Thank you very much for those. Really like that. We went really long and it got quiet, but people were paying attention there. They were wondering what's going to happen, if they were actually going to go back and finish It's Ice after this long jam. But no, they took it down, and then Paige just very subtly, very quietly started Waiting in the Velvet Sea. Not usually a big fan of Velvet Sea, but this one was a really nice placement, and they just set it up perfectly. So you had to enjoy it, and Trey just goes, you know, tearing at your heartstrings with that solo on Velvet Sea. So that was good. Then they talked about it a little bit and then went for Sand. Fourth song from Farmhouse for this set, but you know, there's some good ones that I like. I like Sand. I think it's a good, you know, jammer tune. It sure came out strong last year. And there were some dudes that were going crazy during that one. They were enjoying it more than I was, shouting like they were on some pretty good stuff. You know, some people, you know, hey, if you want to, you know, fill your face full of drugs and talk to people around you during the set, I guess that's a funny way to spend your money. But I guess if they're having a good time, good for them. Then after Sand was Gaiuti, another repeat from Merriweather Post, but that was kind of a shout out to the Cincinnati, downtown Cincinnati, where they have all those pig statues, ceramic statues. That's because in honor of being a pork processing hub for many years, and so I think that Guys and Fish probably saw those statues downtown during the day and were like, well, we got to play Gaiuti for the pigs downtown. So that was good for them. Of course, they nailed that one. It was great. And then Trey goes right into Big Black Furry Creature from Mars. Oh, man, whoa, what's going on? They're really tearing it up here. They're really trying to give those people out on the lawn a good time. First Creature from Mars all year, I think, and Trey in the middle when they're going crazy, he's holding up his guitar, waving it around, trying to do stuff and making it sound like he's making sounds like a Jedi lightsaber thing. You know, Trey's Luke Skywalker pretty much is. And then they go finish it up with Drowned. Then, you know, they weren't going to take this one too far out because it's the end. It's not like Darien where they're going to play it for a half hour, but it was a nice shout out to the Rain Soak fans there. Another song for Mike to sing, and of course he just totally went for it on the vocals. And and I hadn't yet mentioned Fishman yet. He was killing it, totally driving that jam during the Drown there. And they ended it strong. And then they come back for an encore. Cavern, you know, it was getting late. They didn't have a lot of time, so they, you know, on a weeknight. But so just a quick one to get everybody out the door, and they still had a sense of humor, you know, even though you're out on the lawn and it's muddy, you know, be sure to take care of your shoes. So that was it, you know, a lot of highlights there. I think it's a good show. I think that's one that people are gonna overlook coming there, but you know, it's good to have the experience there. And if you're going to be seeing them later in the tour, you know, or you have the opportunity to get out and see them, because you don't know when Fish will be coming back again. You know, they say they're going on hiatus. I don't know when they're coming back. They may come back next year, 2 years, 3 years. Maybe Al Gore will be president and they'll be on, they'll do Saturday Night Live with him. I don't know. That'd be crazy. All right. This is FZappa20 with show review, Riverport 2000. Catch you in a decade. Boom. We out.